Hello, my loves. It's Mika. Yes, I'm back. Showing these disclaimers before I get started. 12 steps. So before we peel back more in addressing our specific issues, before we get move forward through the 12 steps program for addiction, I'm gonna have the um, links in the description for information related to the 12 steps that I utilize. Um, the reason is a breakdown and what you go through that sometimes it's hard for people to come out of it. Sometimes people don't have the steps or know what to do, and they get stuck on one of the 5 stages of grief. And the struggle is to come out, and that's why it's so vital, right? So we went through the 5 stages of grief, and hopefully everyone who's at this point has gotten to acceptance. So the 12 steps isn't specifically or only about addiction. It's about the loss of control, right? And the behaviors you've had in that space. Most of the times, those that fall victim to addiction had trauma or loss and either blamed themselves or felt the lack of control so strongly that they wanted to mask or numb that pain or take back control. Sometimes it's both. So without guidance, the controlling behaviors would be out of control. It is important to have control, but it's equally important to know what you can control and what you cannot control and what you should not control, to focus on what you logically can control. So some examples: you can control yourself, right? You can control your choices that you choose. You can control your behavior, and you can control aspects of your environment. You cannot control other people, and you cannot control how people will react or respond to you. That's why I say the 12-step program concept is so important. You will want to go through, take notes of these steps, go through them, document them for yourself. If you find yourself stuck, um, you can go through these steps as they can help you through, right? Of course, alone is not ideal. You'll want your support system and therapy as well. So let's go through the 12 steps. First step is to admit that there's a problem. Being honest about who you are and where you are personally in life. We admit it, we are powerless over our issues, that our lives have become unmanageable, right? Step 2, have faith. You can do the steps that you need to do for you to become a better version of you. There are powers above us all that whatever your path you walk, you should have faith in yourself. Surrender to a higher power other than yourself, to the universe, God, Lord, Lady, Goddess, Buddha, whatever path you walk, you want to walk, be true to yourself in it. If you do not have a path, research and determine which paths fit better with you and who you are as a person, who you've come to accept yourself to be. It is your choice and your choice alone. Soul searching is a process that is ongoing and forever. Get ready for the long haul, right? People change gradually. You need to be aware of those changes and check in with yourself regularly and work on who you are changing into and if you are happy about it or not. Integrity. Have true integrity, the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles and moral uprightness. Admitting to God, to the universe, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. Acceptance. Accepting who you are, your character, and accepting who others are without judgment. Allow people to be who they are, but and be entirely ready to have God remove those defects of character. Humility, asking a higher power to do something that cannot be done by ourselves alone or through our own determination. Willingness, making a list of those who harmed you before, coming into self-discovery and foundational building, becoming willing to actually make those amends. Forgiveness, making amends to those you've harmed, forgiving yourself, forgiving those who have harmed you. Now, with this one, there's been a lot of people who feel that they should not need to do forgiveness, but my personal belief, a lot of times when people are in that space, they look at forgiveness as actually going to forgive that person, but it's not about that person. Forgiveness is about you, for you to be able to move on. So forgiving someone and forgiving yourself first, forgiving those that you blame, and it's for you, not for them. Maintenance. Continue to listen to yourself and your body. Be aware, accept when you are wrong and when someone else is right. Making contact, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understand Him, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. Service, having a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps. We try to carry this message to others in pain and to practice these principles in all of our affairs. Understand, serenity, right? Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I'm going to reference this information in our description in regards to the Recovery Centers of America, and a lot of information I got from Wikipedia and links to the breakdown of prayers and meditation, as well as definitions of character, and go through these steps, right? You want to be able to get to the point of service. You want to be able to admit that there's a problem, have faith, surrender, do some soul searching, have integrity, acceptance, humility, willingness, forgiveness, do some self-maintenance, making contact, and be of service. So this is helping you when you go through sometimes the 5 stages and the 5 stages of grief and the 12 steps can go hand in hand. Giving you guys abundant amount of information and things to go through at one time it's already a lot, dealing with past issues and trauma and things like that. So the way I view it is you're going to go through the 5 stages of grief. Once you get to that point, it'd be easier to go through the 12 steps, right? So understanding that, technically hand in hand, but once you get to acceptance, this will help you solidify that solid foundation. Accepting what happened, it'll be easier for you to admit because you've already done that. Have faith, adding that, surrendering. These things help you. You're going to go through this 5 stages anyway, and these help you to go through to be able to solidify those 5, that foundation of those 5 pillars. I hope you guys see how this all come together, and I want you guys to understand how important these steps are. We're going to go through another aspect, another playlist, if you will, on building upon those solid foundations, right? So once you get through the 12 steps, once you work on these things and you feel that you've got to the point of service, you went through each of these steps, you can put a check mark next to them, like, yep, got that, yep, got that, yep, got that. Then we want to go to solidifying and building up. We've solidified our foundation and then we want to build upon that. So I'm going to create a new playlist because this playlist is about personal development, creating that solid foundation. So you've created it, right? You're strong in your belief. You're still writing. You're still gratitude, cups of joy, meditation. You're in a completely different space, right? And these steps will be so much easier for you to go through. So thank you so much for being here to take in my content. I truly appreciate your love and support. Make sure to hit that like button because, the YouTube algorithm, or dislike button. Comment something to express how you feel about this content. Tap on that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I'm in the upload new content. Share this video if there's someone that you care about that would benefit from this content. And I'll see you guys in the next video, the next playlist. Thank you so much.